can see, it is so absolutely, look at that, look. I mean, look at that highlight. It's just so beautiful. Guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're talking February beauty favorites. I have some good stuff that I was loving in the month of February. I would love to know down below, what were you loving in the month of February? Did you just hear my finger crack? That was actually so loud. Anyways, what were you loving in the month of February? Any shows or anything like that? Any recipes I should be trying? I love when people recommend recipes because sometimes I'll do a recipe that I saw online or, you know, I didn't really read reviews on or whatever, and then it doesn't always live up to what I envisioned. So I'd love to hear what you guys are cooking, or if you have any kind of recommendation, inspo, let me know down below. Anyways, I just want to jump into the video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into my February clean beauty favorites. Beauty favorites, let's jump right in. First things first, we're starting with brows. And I was using this brow gel a ton in February. This is the Victoria Beckham Beauty Brow Gel. And this one is clear, but they do have colors. So if you're more into a tinted brow gel, they have options, but this is the brush that they have. And I actually really like this. My brows stay in place all day, and I feel like my brows were really in need of this in February because I let my brows grow out for way too long, and they needed something with like a little extra hold, and this is really good. I also was loving the Tude Brow or Soap Brow Soap, and that's great too, but this one I was grabbing more. Then for brow pencil, I feel like it's no surprise to anyone. The Westman Atelier Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Bark. I really like this. It lasts really long. It has a nice little slant. If you have thinner brows, this might not be for you. It does have a point, so you can kind of feather in hairs, but I feel like this isn't for everyone because of the fact that it is more of a slant, and then it has a spoolie that kind of screws in and out, which I love because then the spoolie doesn't get dirty. And I wear the shade Bark in this. If I didn't say, I love this. It's a really good shade, and I feel like although my hair does have some warmth to it, and I feel like the lights kind of make it look less warm than it is, my hair really does, like my brows don't really look great with like a warm brow gel or brow pencil, so this is really good. Anyways, I digress. Now let's talk foundation. So this month, the Ilia foundation stick, I have been obsessing over this. So this is so nice. It's so lightweight. Look at that shade match. What is this, 27? Every single time, incorrect. 24N, and that is, look at that shade match. It's pretty good. I really enjoy this. I will kind of put it on the back of my hand and get a brush and get the product all in the brush and then apply it. It looks like nothing. It looks like nothing on the skin, but it gives you nice coverage. It gives you it kind of evens out skin tone, but it isn't heavy. And I feel like sometimes stick foundations can at times feel heavy and look heavy, especially when it's kind of like drier skin season, so winter time in general, at least for me. And this one is just so comfortable to wear. My skin looks great, looks hydrated. Overall, I'm a really big fan. And I just did a video talking about like foundation sticks, and while I was kind of hunting around for the foundation sticks I had, I kind of rediscovered this and have been using it ever since, and I love it. It's great at covering hyperpigmentation, which I currently have, but it's faded really well, and I'm going to do a video on how I got it to fade in like a month because I'm impressed with myself. Anyways, I digress. Concealer. For concealer, I have been loving the Sarah Creel concealer. I wear the shade 5 in this, and it is so nice. It doesn't really crease. Do a little swatch for you in the back of my hand. Doesn't really crease. It has a nice amount of brightness to it, but it isn't so bright that it looks unnatural, if that makes sense. It's super comfortable to wear. Lightly, I don't know what the sentence I was just trying to say is, but my recommendation to that is to lightly powder it and not go super heavy with the powder. At least at first, do like a very light powder. Then if you want to kind of pack it on a little bit more, you can. But for me, I feel like that concealer works best without too much powder and looks best without too much powder. Anyways, I digress. Now we're going to talk bronzer. And this month I was grabbing the CL bronzer. It's their contour bronzer in the shade 3. I really love this. It is a really nice bronzer. I'll swatch on the back of my hand for you. Again, this is the shade 3. It's really, really comfortable to wear. It's lightweight. It reminds me of the Westman Atelier one, but just a little less, maybe like a touch thicker, but also with a little bit less slip, but they dry down really similarly and look really similar. And then I've also been loving to kind of contour around the face. I've been really liking the Victoria Beckham Beauty contour stick in the shade Sandstone, I believe. The writing on this is so hard for me to read because it's in gold, but you know, we do our best in the shade Sandstone there, and I really like it for my nose and also on my eyelid and like dragging it on my lower lash line. I really like this. It's really comfortable to wear, and I feel like it is just in general makes it so easy to contour. If you do contour, I don't really contour my cheeks or anything, but I mainly use it on my nose and my lid, and I'm a really big fan, and it's really comfortable to wear if you're wearing it on your eyelid. And yeah, I'm just a really big fan, and the shade is so beautiful. So this is again Sandstone right here, and it's so pretty. And then when you blend it out, it's just really, really pretty. Okay, it would help if I was showing you what I did. So this is it kind of blended out. It is really nice, and when it dries down, it doesn't move, which is nice. Okay, next, let's move on. Let me actually remove what's on my hand before I get it everywhere. Let's move on to blushes. So I was grabbing a handful of blushes this month for kind of my everyday when I wanted just like a standard easy blush. I would go with the Ami Collet blush in the shade Dune, and I'm gonna just swatch on the back of my hand for you so you can see. It's so, so pretty. It's a really easy wear blush, and it just works with any kind of eye look or makeup look in general, which is nice. Then I was grabbing these two when I wanted something a little bit different. So one is this shade here from the brand Say. It's their Dew Blush. You know how I feel about the Dew Blush if you've been watching this channel for a while, but I'm a really big fan. So this is the shade Chili, which is just so beautiful. It would help if it wasn't focusing on me. There we go. It's just so stunning. And then I've been also grabbing the shade Cutie a ton, and this is just, it's such a nice, easy wear, and I feel like it doesn't look on my complexion like I'm too made up, if that makes sense. I want to kind of show, there we go. I'm a really big fan of that formula. It's just nice to wear, and I feel like in winter that formula just gives you that like plumped up look, which I really like. Anyways, and then for powders on top, I was grabbing these a ton. These are both from Bare Minerals, Kiss of Pink and Kiss of Mauve, and I kind of, depending on the blush, I'll kind of go with one of the shades, but I'm a really big fan, and they have a little bit of sheen to them, kind of like the Hourglass Ambient Lighting blushes, so they give you a really youthful, healthy looking cheek. Now we have another thing I was wearing all over my face, which is the Westman Atelier. They are super loaded drops. I have two shades, Peau de Pêche, Peau de Soleil. I've talked about these a ton. I sometimes will mix them with the foundation stick that I was using, or I'll mix them with face cream. And I'll talk about which face cream I've been mixing them with, or I'll just wear them alone. It kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for, but I love these. They make my skin look so good. Anyways, now I want to talk highlighter, and this highlighter is so beautiful. I'm obsessed. The Maya Chia highlighter, it is so beautiful. This is the shade Afternoon Delight. I'm going to show you just how stunning it is. I'm going to do a little drop. Okay, that was a little bit more than a drop, but that's okay. This is the shade here. Make sure it focuses. There we go. Oh, and it's running. And then I'm just going to do, just so you can see, it is so absolutely, look at that, look. I mean, look at that highlight. It's just so beautiful, and it isn't thick. It just melts into the skin, and I am a really big fan. And I love the way that it wears with other products underneath it. Or let's say you want to do like a true no makeup day, no foundation. I like how it wears on its own as well, without any kind of foundation, skin tint, anything underneath. Love. Then for powder, I've been using the Illuminator. No one's shocked by this because it's basically the only powder I use unless I'm testing other powders. The Illuminator setting powder. I love this. It's a nice soft matte. It doesn't make my skin feel tight or dry. It's just amazing. And next up we have lips. First I want to talk lip liners. These are the two I was grabbing the most. The shade Cognac from Jones Road Beauty, which is stunning. And it's just, I love the Jones Road Beauty lip liners are just elite. I don't know how they're as good as they are, but the shades are on point. The formula's on point. You can't go wrong. And then the shade 04 from Victoria Beckham Beauty, which is also just, I mean, I have backups of all of these. I also have backups of the other Jones Road Beauty lip liner I have, which is the shade Rosewood. I have the backup of the shade 05 from Victoria Beckham Beauty as well, because brands love to discontinue things I love, and I'm not getting caught without my favorites. I'm just not. Anyways, now we have a lip tint, and this one from Jones Road Beauty is my fave. It is just so stunning. This is Cacao Rose. I'm gonna do a little bit on the back of my hand here and a little bit on my lips. It's just so beautiful. It's hydrating. The shade is beautiful. The formula is beautiful. There's just, I really don't have anything bad to say about the Jones Road Beauty lip tints. And then for hydrating lip products, the Edam Lip Softening Balms. I actually have 3. I just don't know where the third one is. So I have Butter Mochi, which is clear. Then I have this shade here, which is Fig Sauce. And then I also have the shade Bisa Glaze, which is more of a berry tone. And I love these. They're really hydrating, and they kind of just smooth out all the dusty crusties on your lips. Can't go wrong. Now we're moving on to eyes. The first product I was grabbing nonstop this month, this specific color from the Merit Beauty, their matte eyeshadows. It's the shade Mid-Century, this shade. I just love this. It's so pretty. Look at that. It's so stunning. What do you think of the shade? It's just so beautiful. I really like it as a base to a lot of makeup looks, but I also like it just alone for an eye look. It's just so beautiful. And again, it does not move. Like once it dries down, it does not budge. It's actually wild. And the next kind of eyeshadowy product, the About Face, I almost said steak. I almost said About Steak. Can I get a grip? The About Face Smoke Stick in the shade Close But No Cigar. I've talked about this a million times, and I'm just such a big fan. The powder side is just so beautiful. It has like the perfect shadow, and then the actual kind of pencil crayon side is really, really, first of all, so pigmented, but also once it dries down, does not move. Does not move at all. It's amazing. And next for eyeshadow, these eyeshadow sticks from Victoria Beckham Beauty. I have 2 shades. I'm such a big fan. The shade Oyster, I just tried to look at, do you see how that does not move? Like she's on there until I get oil or something to remove it. But the shade Oyster, which is so pretty, I use that mainly for my inner corner. And then also the shade Shroom, which is so stunning. And it's just, look how pretty that is. And just all over the lid. I feel like it's such a good shade to use if you want some type of eyeshadow for the daytime that isn't matte. This is a really good one. Then for eyeliner, I was grabbing the Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeliners a lot because I always do, but mainly this one was just always being used. The shade Cinnamon is just so stunning, and I like to use it on my lower lash line, on my waterline, even on my lid, and kind of smudge it out. I've been just obsessed with it this month, and I just feel like it always looks good. I love the Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeliners. If you want something else that isn't the Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeliner, can I get a grip? If you want something that isn't the Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeliners, then the Jillian Dempsey eyeliners are great. Then for mascara, I'm still on my House Labs mascara kick. I'm such a big fan. It was between this and the Jones Road Beauty one, but I was grabbing this one more. I just love this mascara. It is so stunning. I'll have to do an updated top 5 mascara video because I do feel like it's dethroned one of my favorites, but I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. Next up we have the Wise Beauty setting spray. I love this. I use it all the time. I feel like I run out of it so fast because I'm just constantly using it, but it's so good and my makeup lasts so long when I wear this. It also makes my makeup kind of just melt and meld together. Not melt in a bad way, but kind of meld together and just look amazing. I'm such a big fan. Then for my lips, the Typology kind of lip peel. This is great. I apply it to my lips. It has a kind of lip applicator. I apply it, rub it in, let it do its thing, and then I don't really have to worry about dusty crusties. Now I want to move on to kind of skincare, hair, body, and all of that. I don't have too many products, but we have some good stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is this retinol from Maya Chia. Let me tell you, I have tried so many retinol products. I'm actually currently testing a new one side by side this to kind of see how the new one stacks up. But I've tried so many retinols. This is incredible. I love this. It sinks into the skin and kind of just disappears, but it doesn't disappear in a way where you're like, is this doing anything? It does something. It helps so much with darkness, hyperpigmentation, and I have tried so many retinols, tretinoin, different brands, different iterations of a retinol. So maybe not like a bakuchiol or something like that. I've tried everything. This is so incredible, and I am obsessed. And I did mention this in my skincare video, so I wanted to make sure to mention it here because I've been using this for a while now. And it's definitely a favorite, and I'm obsessed, and I'm kind of using it as a point to measure other retinols against. And I don't know, I'm obsessed. For face cream, let me tell you about this face cream. I know I've talked about this in a few videos now. The In Beauty Project Extreme Cream. Incredible. This is my second big one, but I also have a mini of this for when I travel. They put their foot in this. This is so incredible. I love I like to have my skin feel really hydrated. I know some people don't like that. Really hydrated, but I don't want it to feel like I'm wearing a ton of face cream, if that makes sense. Unless it's like a night cream, then that's different. But even then, I don't want it to feel like I'm wearing a ton of product. I just want to know that my skin is hydrated. This does that. It's so lightweight. It kind of just melts into the skin, disappears. It plays so well with makeup. If you are struggling to find a face cream that works really well with makeup, try this out. It is incredible. I don't know what they did with this, but they put their foot in this, and I'm obsessed. Anyways, I digress. Now I want to talk about another thing that I've been loving a ton this month, just for hyperpigmentation in general, but also when I stop using it, because I'm testing or something. And then I go back to it. I'm like, why did I stop using it? This rice toner from I'm From is just amazing. I love this. I do. I'm just going to demonstrate. I pat it in, and it just kind of, I let it sit for a second, and then I go on with other products, and it helps so much with darkness, hyperpigmentation. I'm in love. I'm in love with her. Then next we have another Maya Chia product, and it is their Eye Achiever. The Eye Achiever. I almost said activator. Am I okay? This is amazing. I will do like a swipe, and then maybe do a double swipe, depending on what I feel like my under eyes need. My makeup layers so beautifully on top of it. Like, my concealer is so happy with it, and I was nervous because it is kind of more serum-y feeling and a little bit more, I don't know if it's oil based or what, but I thought it was going to be something that it's not what I thought it was going to be. It melts into the under eye, and makeup plays so well on top of it. It is just incredible, and I have been using it nonstop since I got it, and I'm shook with how much I like it. It is amazing. Anyways, I digress. Next. I'm loyal to a fault with this. The Kosas Sport Deodorant, I love this in the the scent Serene. Is it Serene? Yeah, Serene Clean. I love this. I use this all the time. And, you know, I'm not smelly. And that's all thanks to her. Next up, this Body AHA BHA body cream from In Beauty Project is just so good. I love this. And for hyperpigmentation and just overall like cell turnover and like unclogging pores, especially arms, whatever it is so nice. I really love this. And it really just smooths out the skin. And oh geez, I'm like, drop this. Don't just grab the lid and expect it to stay on like a crazy person. But I really, really enjoy this. And I mean, I've talked about this 1,000 times, but this is one I was grabbing a ton this month, and I was having some kind of bumpy dryness on my arms, and this cleared that right up. Next, we're moving on to hair, and I was grabbing 2 products a ton. The first one is from Crown Affair, and it's their leave-in conditioner. Talked about this too much on this channel, arguably. It is so nice. I do a pump, kind of on 1 pump per side. Sometimes, depending on where my hair is at, maybe I'll need 2. But lately, it's just been 1 pump per side. Rub it in. My hair drinks this up in the best way possible. And it just makes my hair feel good, look good. I use it. You can, I believe online, I read, and correct me if I'm wrong, you can use this with up to 450-degree heat. I could be wrong, but I also love to use it for like heat protectant. I also use other heat protectors, but this leave-in conditioner is incredible. And then lastly, a product that I cannot stop talking about. I've talked about it more than I feel like anything here. The Maya Chia Powerful, this scalp serum is incredible. I love this. This is the big one. They have one that's smaller, but I am obsessed with this. I mean, I talk about this all the time. It is so incredible. And for a scalp serum, I feel like for my scalp, I've noticed the biggest difference with this, but there's so many scalp serums out there. Scalp health is so important for growing long hair, like the way your hair also looks in terms of shine and all of that. A lot of the time when you're struggling with your hair isn't necessarily looking how you want, and you feel like you're struggling, even if you feel like your hair is thinning, sometimes with the thinning, you just need to focus on scalp health, and then also find a scalp product that works for you. Because no product really is one size fits all, but for scalp, I feel like there's so many options out there. I have found the Maya Chia one to work the best for me, and it helps with my hair length. It helps with my scalp health. It helps with, I feel like I always pull my hair back. And so, you get some thinning in the front because of that, because your hair is breaking, and it helps so much with that. I don't know. I'm a big fan. Anyways, enough about scalp serum. And yet, that is it. That is it for my February beauty favorites. I would love to know down below, what were you loving this month? What do I need to try? Are there any new launches that are coming out that you want to see? I know there's now 2 blush launches that just came out, but if there's anything else, well, one of them hasn't come out yet, I don't believe. But if there's anything else that you want me to try out, make sure I get my hands on, let me know down below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.